Hey everybody, Rocky Mountain Fix here. Today we're going to get into my top 10 action figures of 2019. So let's get started by explaining the rules. So real quick, this is all subjected to my opinion. So please do not get triggered. We all have our opinions. We all have our top 10. Second, they of course have to come out in 2019. Three, I can't add different versions of one character, so I can't add multiple versions of one character. So that's pretty much it. Here are my honorable mentions. I'm not really going to get into it that much. This is just my honorable mentions. These are figures that I wish could have been on the list, but have been beaten out by other figures. So now let's get into my top 10 action figures of 2019. So coming into my number 10 spot, we have the NECA TMNT Classic Cartoon Ninja Turtles. And yeah, I know it's 4 figures, but I'm technically going to count them as one because these are all on the same body mold and they're just different colors. So, and I know you guys might be like, oh, you can't add, more than, 2 of one character or more than 2 of one character. Technically, this is still not even 2 of one character. This is all 4 different characters, but they're all on the same body mold. So they count as one, technically, for me. But as of which one is my favorite from the 4, I'm gonna have to say probably Donatello. Donatello is probably my favorite, and then Leonardo, then Raphael, then Michelangelo. But I really do love both, or no, not both, all 4 of these guys. These guys are awesome. Now I know some of you might be saying, again, this is all my opinion. I don't have every figure, and I don't have the Bebop and Rocksteady figures yet. I don't have them. So, I know some of you guys might be saying, oh, Bebop and Rocksteady, they were way better. I know they're way better, but I don't have them. So, but I really do love these 4 a lot. I've had a lot of fun just messing with them, posing around, and putting on my shelf. So, these 4 get the top, get into number 10 spot on my list. So, let's get into the next one. And the next figure on this list is the Marvel Legends 80th Anniversary Captain America figure. If you've seen my 80th Anniversary Hulk review, you probably know that my favorite out of all the 80th Anniversary comic book based figures that I got, Hulk was obviously my favorite. Stay tuned for that in a little bit. But that Iron Man was also, I liked Iron Man more than Captain America, but I gotta be honest, this Captain America is really growing on me. I've been playing with this guy a lot more than the Iron Man figure. So obviously I like this figure more. That means this goes up on the list. So yes, I love this figure a lot. This figure is awesome. I really do love, again, I just love it a lot. Every time I look at it, every time I look at those scales, man, they look awesome. So anyway, let's continue on with our number 8 spot. So continuing on with our number 8 spot, here we have the Power Rangers Lightning Collection White Ranger, or Tommy, from Hasbro, of course. So yeah, you probably, if you guys have seen my top 15 Hasbro figures of 2019, you guys are probably asking yourself, Leo, wasn't Tommy your number 2 spot in that video? He was, but I gotta be honest, opinions change. I really, with the other figures that have came out, yeah, this figure is, for me, not as good as those. But this is still a really great figure, and I highly recommend it. The details on this figure is just outstanding. I love the colors that they give him, the gold and everything. I think since he's white, he did get a little dirty for me. I'm gonna probably have to clean him up a little bit, but this figure is really fun, and the articulation setup is just amazing. So let's get into our number 7 spot. Yeah, number 7. And at the number 7 spot, here we have the Transformers Siege Soundwave figure. This figure is so awesome. This is a great representation of Soundwave from G1, and also the Transformers Siege comic books that are actually starting to come out. So yeah, this figure is just, man, I love this figure a lot. Now I don't like the other mode that it has, the ship mode. I don't really like that mode. It's not very Soundwave, but just, I'm not gonna have him in a ship mode. I'm gonna have him in his robot mode. So, and besides, the addition of Laserbeak and Ravage, who do come separately, is just awesome. I really do love it, man. This Soundwave figure is just awesome. I mean, come on, look at that detail, bro. Look at that detail. And I know people are like, oh, they gave him battle damage. Why they do that? Come on, it's War for Cybertron, War for Cybertron Siege. Come on, guys, get your facts straight. But you know, I really do like this figure a lot. Again, this figure is just amazing to look at. And speaking of amazing to look at, here we have the Marvel Legends 80th anniversary Hulk figure, and oh man, this Hulk figure was just insane, dude. I mean, from the articulation to the details to just overall the outcome of this figure was just so amazing, man. So incredible, pun intended. I really love this figure. I've probably played with this figure the most out of all the 80th anniversary figures. So yes, this figure is awesome. I really do like this figure a lot. So man, enough said about this guy. Let's get into our top 5. And at the number 5 spot is the Red Ranger from the Lightning Collection Power Rangers Hasbro line. So yeah, some of you guys might be saying, oh, Tommy's way better than the Red Ranger. Yeah, I know, but growing up, I've always loved the Red Ranger more. I know some of you guys might be triggered about that, but you know, just again, that was me when I was younger. I like Tommy now, but like when I was very young, I used to watch Power Rangers, and I've always loved the color red, and I've always loved the Red Ranger. It just hits me in the feels when I was younger. So yes, this figure for me hits me in the spots, and I just love this figure a little bit more. Articulation is just insane on this figure. Hasbro Marvel team should take notes. Seriously, they should make better figures than what they do. I mean, yes, Hasbro Marvel has always made fantastic figures. Most of this list contains Marvel Legend figures, but still, man, Hasbro Marvel team's got to take some notes. And next up on our list, at the number 4 spot, is the Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian figure, carbonized version, because this is the only version I have. So oh my god, this figure is both one of my favorite Star Wars Black Series figures, both because of the outcome of how the figure came out and the show this year. I just absolutely loved. I love the show, bro. This show was just amazing. Probably one of the best things to come out of Star Wars since Return of the Jedi, man. This figure is just outstanding. I love this figure a lot, man. Oh my god, I can't get enough. I have this figure on my desk instead of my my Star Wars shelf, and man, I just love looking at it. And of course, I added him to the do bag. The do bag is not included with the Mandalorian figure, but I just added him to the do bag, and I think this combo looks awesome too. So man, I love this figure a lot. Again, figure number 4 spot, absolutely love it. And at the number 3 spot is the Marvel Legends Hasbro Beast figure. This is by far my favorite Marvel Legends of the year, man. This figure is just amazing, man. Again, the color, the articulation, because of course this has the same articulation setup as the Power Rangers, and of course like the movement, the drop down thigh, or the thighs, yeah, the drop down thighs. Yeah, man, I think the only thing this figure could have needed was another head sculpt, because I still do like this head sculpt a lot, but of course Hasbro kind of cheaped out on us with another more stoic head sculpt of Hank, and some more accessories like books and stuff, or like bottles, or even a lab coat would have been awesome. I think that would have made this figure straight up 11 out of 10, because right now for me it's 10 out of 10. Sorry, I moved the camera a little bit. This figure for me is straight up 10 out of 10, but this figure is still awesome, definitely well needed for your X-Men shelf. Let's continue on with the number 2 spot. And at the number 2 spot, here we have the Storm Collectibles Street Fighter 2 Sagat figure, and this figure, oh my god, I love this figure, man. This figure is just so awesome. So the sculpting detail and the articulation just gives this figure justice. And I'm pretty sure the SH Figure Arts is gonna, knock this figure out of the ballpark when it comes to articulation. But honestly, dude, I rather take this one home. This one looks so much better than the SH Figure Arts one that they revealed. I mean, come on, man. Sagat's my favorite Street Fighter character. I just love his story, and I love playing as him in the Street Fighter games. So automatically, bro, this figure just, I love this figure. It's so aesthetically pleasing. Has a bunch of accessories, a lot of hands, tiger effect, some stands, man. This figure is just awesome. I love this figure a lot. But for me, it did not hit me in the feels when it comes to my number 1 spot, which is coming up right now. And at the number 1 spot, here we have the Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Optimus Prime figure. This is my favorite figure of the year. And again, if you have seen my top 15 Hasbro figures, I'm pretty sure you guys are saying, wasn't this guy your number 5 or number 4? You didn't like this guy better than Beast? Well, you know what? Like I said, opinions change, and this figure hits me more in the feels than anything. I've played with this figure a little bit more and transformed it a little bit more, and I gotta say, man, this is, downright my favorite figure. I love this figure, bro. This figure is just amazing, man. I don't know what it is, man. Just the details, the articulation is really nice too. The transformation to the Cybertron truck is also really cool. This also hits me right in the feels because I used to play the War for Cybertron video games, and I know those right now are kind of like they're for me underrated. Like, those video games were amazing, man. I can't believe everyone's pretty much forgotten about them. But those video games were amazing. War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron, dude. Oh, man, I love those games, man. And I think they're going to come out with a reboot game, a reboot game. So I can't wait to play that. And, of course, I'm reading the comic books right now, and those comic books they're really good. So I think those comic books are not Transformers Siege. They're listed as Transformers A Bold New Era. They take place before the war, and it shows all the origins of all the characters and stuff. And that book is actually really, really good. I highly recommend it if you are a Transformers fan. But yeah, this figure for me, I just love it way more than any of the and then the rest of these figures. So with that being said, let's head to the conclusion of the video. So that is going to mark the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope you guys are okay with what I put. I know people might get triggered about Optimus Prime being my favorite. Again, this is just my opinion. I hope you guys are okay with it. Please just don't go all crazy. Don't get triggered. All right, just take it easy. Take a deep breath. You have your opinion. That's good. I'm pretty sure not everyone's going to agree with your opinion either. But hey, this is just all my opinion. These are the top 5 figures for me anyway of the 2019. And I hope you guys did enjoy the video overall. If you did, depending on where you're watching this, because I'm going to be posting this on my YouTube and Instagram, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and follow or subscribe. So if you guys do enjoy my content for my YouTube, this might be my last video on YouTube, just because of all the YouTube rules and all that. I don't want to get $42,000 fine. That is just crazy and insane and just very dumb in my opinion. But if you guys want to keep following up on me, check out all the other videos. Go back to my Instagram. Links for that will be in the description below. And if you guys are in my Instagram and you guys are interested in looking at the videos I had on my YouTube, make sure you go check out the link in the description above, which will lead you to my YouTube. Also, links for both my eBay and offer will be in the description, either below or above, depending on where you're watching. So I hope you guys enjoy. And I know some of you guys may be asking me, why do you have the white background? I thought you were filming on your tables from now on. Well, I thought this white background will give a little bit of a callback to, my first video ever, which was the top 15 action figures of the first half of 2019. So, that's just the only reason why I have it. But anyway, besides that, I hope you guys enjoyed overall. And that's going to be it. So I'll see you all next time.